You're trying to learn to paint and things just aren't working out right, right? I get it. I was exactly there 22 years ago until I realized I needed some instruction. I needed some help. And when I got it, oh my gosh, it completely changed the trajectory of my art journey. Now, after going and spending 4 or 5 days at a workshop, getting good, solid instruction, I now had some confidence that I could do it. It wasn't just in my head. I think there's an artist in there, but there was now some knowledge. I knew what brushes I needed. I knew what paints I needed. I learned how to mix that paint. I learned how to use those brushes and those paints to create things. I learned about values and what it took to give something some form, some roundness, some reality. I learned all of that in 4 or 5 days. Yes, I spent about $1,500, but it completely changed the trajectory of my art career. Everything changed from that time forward. And if that sounds at all like you, you truly owe it to yourself to take a look at the Beginner's Painting Club. Nope, it's not going to cost you $1,500. The Beginner's Painting Club is a monthly membership where every month we explore a new topic. And last month it was hummingbirds. So we drew hummingbirds, we painted hummingbirds, we learned how to paint hummingbirds. We learned all sorts of things about painting hummingbirds. Every month in the Beginner's Painting Club, a new grouping of lessons goes out on the 25th, and the students get something about drawing, usually, not 100% of the time, but usually there's some kind of drawing component. There is fundamentals of art where you will learn about the brushes, the paints, the colors, the values, composition, perspective. Those are all fundamentals of art, and they're all in that particular section. The most exciting section to me is the elements of art, because it came to me as an inspiration. I woke up with it. I dreamed it. And I am extremely thrilled and proud of the elements of art section. And I wish with everything I had that I'd had this when I started out. Let me explain. I teach 4 different kinds of paintings: landscape, seascape, still life, and florals. And each of those has specific elements that are generic to that kind of painting. So for instance, landscape. If you want to paint a landscape, you're going to need to know how to paint skies, clouds, mountains, streams, trees, cabins, fences, barns, all sorts of things in a landscape. I forgot rocks and water. There's so much in a landscape. Well, what you would do with elements is you would go to elements, look under the word landscape, and all these different classes will open up. They are 8 to 15-minute classes on one particular topic. So you want to learn how to paint a landscape and you don't know how to paint a pine tree. You don't know how to paint a rock. Go to landscape, scroll down, find the thing that says rock, and a lesson opens up. You will no longer have to scroll around, hunt and peck all over the internet for a lesson that you can do about rocks or clouds or skies or pine trees or deciduous trees. They're all right there, easily to be found. So if you're done with your lessons for the month, but you want to paint something else, you want to paint a landscape, you want to paint a seascape, you want to paint a floral or a still life, you go into those elements, look at the classes of things that, well, I don't know how to do that. I'm going to take that class, I'm going to do that. And I just find it amazing that it is so helpful because it's such a time saver. You're not looking everywhere for that information. It's coming straight to you every single month. And because the Beginners Painting Club has been open for a while, there is a huge library, particularly in elements of art. Now, the final part of this is, and it's not exactly the final part, the third part of the Beginners Painting Club is the actual painting classes. And that's where we did this particular painting. We learned how to draw it. We learned how to get some proportion right, the order in which to paint a bird. We learned how to paint the bird itself, just the bird, okay? Nothing else with it, just the bird. And that would be in elements of art, and it would be under landscape. And then we put it all together and we painted this. We did a very impressionistic background. We did this big flower over here, and we put the bird in. And so all of these lessons come together every month to give you a comprehensive class on that particular subject. We have done all sorts of types of paintings. And again, it's a huge library. You don't have to start at any one point. You can look around. If you're a true beginner, you're going to want to look at the fundamentals. You're going to want to look at what brushes, what paints, understanding color, understanding values. Those are the first 4 lessons you're going to want to get. And so I would get those. I would truly get those right from the beginning. If you're a true beginner, if you've been painting for a while and you love landscapes, then I would hop right into elements of art, and I would look for landscapes, and I would look at the different elements of a landscape. And then I would go on to the painting classes. And there are so many in there that for this extensive of a library, it's pretty amazing. Yes, there's a fee base. You pay monthly. You stop whenever you choose. There's no questions asked, no hard sell. Are you sure you want to quit? Oh, you don't really want to quit. No, there'll be none of that. If you email me and say I need to not be a member anymore of the Beginners Painting Club, boom, it will be done immediately. And the final thing, and this may be, I don't know, maybe one of the best parts about it, aside from the elements of art part, is the private Facebook group. And the private Facebook group gives you access to me on Monday morning at 10 o'clock. I go live in there. And you can ask me questions. I will give you motivation. I will clear up questions. I will do a lot of things in there on Monday morning at 10 o'clock to help you on your art journey. That is my mission, to help 1,000 purpose-driven artists learn to paint quickly so that they can move their art journey forward as fast as possible. So if that's you, I want to work with you like today. So anyway, check out the Beginners Painting Club. It only opens twice a year, and it will be opening in March of 2024. If you will go to the link in the comments or the description, you will see more information about it, and you can get on the wait list. Fill out that little form, and you'll hear from me occasionally, usually weekly, of other things that I'm doing that week that are free. It's a pretty good deal just for getting more information. So anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I hope that this has inspired you to consider the instruction that could really help you move your art journey forward faster and end some of the frustration that comes with learning how to paint. Have a great day. Let's paint together soon.